Hello and welcome back to Path of Radiance 0% growths. We are in the base, and I think I mentioned last chapter I wasn't sure whether you got access to the convoy this chapter or the next chapter. Well, it turns out it's this chapter, and the reason I was confused is because this is the chapter where you recruit Ileana, and I was like, isn't Ileana like with the people who do the convoy, Amy and Mustin and them, and she is traveling with them, but it turns out that like Dayan captured her or something. Anyway, the point is, I got mixed up on that, but in a good way because we actually have access to the base now, which is great because I really looking forward to putting some items in the convoy and getting some purchasing some stuff and all that good jazz. So I'm just gonna. For now, I'm gonna try to do the convoy stuff, or the base stuff, whatever, on screen. It may get to a point where it's too hard for me to remember all the things that I want to do, but for now I'm gonna try. That way I get like the little splash screen intro, and plus, maybe there's some interesting stuff about it. I am gonna unlock Ike and Oscar's C supports, because why not? And we do have the ability to do XP and skills, although the only skill we have is Miracle. I'm going to sell that. We don't really have any reason to award XP, because obviously just leveling doesn't do anything. We get more XP from battle if we don't use bonus XP, although the bonus experience doesn't go as far, so it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess. But we're going to wait until investing BXP gets us a promotion, because that's really all that we care about with that. So there's no reason to use that now. So we're just going to do this. We can finally start dumping stuff in the convoy. Which is really nice. And I'm also going to move some weapons around a little bit here in a second. I think we're about done here. Yeah, so we're going to give Mia the Iron Blade and the Armor Slayer, and then we're going to have her trade with Ike. She's going to give him the Slim Sword. Because Ike has less strength, so it says it's for female fighters, but Ike's the one who needs it more, really. And then we're gonna get some stuff out of the convoy for Oscar. And Boyd is actually going to... Let's see... We're just going to try to have Boyd use up all the really low durability stuff, because he goes through weapons so slowly that it doesn't really hurt him to only have like 3 uses of an iron axe or 5 uses of a steel axe. Most of what he's going to be using this chapter actually is the hammer. I'll talk about that when we actually get into the chapter. And then Titania, of course, is going to want some more stuff. I think, yeah, she just wants stuff out of the shop. So we're going to get her hand axe and an iron axe. And then we need to sell some stuff so that we can forge for her. We are going to sell that Miracle Scroll, as I mentioned. And then we've got all these bands that don't do anything, so we're just going to sell those. I do feel a little bit bad about this, because it's money that you realistically wouldn't get in a growths playthrough, and so in that particular respect, it's making things easier. But yeah, whatever. It's not like super game changing. Anyway, so now we're gonna forge Titania an axe with max attack and hit, and we're also gonna lower the weight to 7, so that if and when we forge another axe and we want to give this one to Boyd, he is not weighed down by it. So it doesn't cost too much, so I might as well. And I'll give it a thematic name. So yeah, being able to do this makes such a big difference to Titania's performance, because the steel axe weighs her down by 3, so that really hampers her speed, and this thing has more might than that, obviously more hit as well. So she's sort of back to one-rounding enemies that she was struggling, to one-round just in the past chapter, which is great. And pretty important, too, considering the difficulty of the upcoming chapter. Anyway, and then the other thing I want to do is buy another couple of hand axes for the convoy. Because you can only buy those every other chapter, and we know we're going to need more of those as things progress. So we might as well do that now. And then the other thing I'm going to do is just give some of the other weapons that we've got to like Ike and Soren and Riss, just so that like if something happens and Boyd does run out of one of his weapons, which he shouldn't based on my tests of this chapter, but if he does, we'll be ready. Now we do have the poleaxe here, and normally, well, actually, I'll get to the chapter before I talk about that. Alright, looks good. Alright, so this is a defense map, 8-turn defense. And it's somewhat similar to last chapter in that, it's mostly the Titania show, with, everybody else just trying to do what they can, except that you've got kind of this like 3-front thing going on here, where there's this gap here, and gap here, and Titania can't be in all those places at once. So these guys have to do a little bit more fighting than they did in the previous chapter. Luckily, the choke points and the enemy types plus a little bit of AI stupidity makes it doable, but it's pretty tricky. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. One of the things that I normally do when I play this chapter on normal growths is give Boyd the poleaxe and have him tank all these guys. And usually, I mean, he doesn't kill them all in like one round. He one-rounds like a good, or one-hit KOs, I should say, a good number of them. But here, he would just get pulverized by all these guys. So instead, we're gonna have Titania take them on. Normally, I like to have Titania immediately go after that group of armors over to the right. But in this case, I really need to take out these Cavaliers because they will cause huge problems because of their ability to Canto if I don't take them out. Now, one interesting thing is that so there's a priest over here with a red gem, and there's actually quite a few things to say about this guy, but the one thing I'll just mention for now is that he likes to run away under certain conditions that I don't exactly know what they are, but I've tried having Titania come out here and Canto back to this spot instead of this spot to like not prompt him into running this way and coming around here so that he'll come into the center instead. And just the difference between Titania going here and Titania going here means this guy over here with the javelin ends up like over here instead of stopping right next to her, which means she can't kill him next turn and then run back this way. Like there's a whole almost like butterfly effect thing with some of these moves that is kind of crazy. Anyway, so now we're gonna make sure that none of the units are in range of any of these guys. And meanwhile, we're actually going to put Boyd with the hammer in range of both of these guys because, number one, he doesn't die, and number two, he actually doesn't get doubled because even though his speed with the hammer equipped is like -7, it floors at 0, and these guys have no more than 2 speed. I mean, I think this guy has 0, and this guy, I guess he does have 2, but, the point is, he can actually like take both of the hits, deal a good amount of damage, and set them up to get taken out next turn, which is really nice. And then over here we have this guy with a longbow who also poses, I mean, not too much of a threat, but we want to stay out of his range, so everybody else is going to kind of pack into this little area here. It doesn't super much matter who goes where exactly. Do something like that. So yeah, there's the guy with the javelin, and he ends up cantoing next to Titania for some reason. I don't really understand why, but it definitely helps, because she's exactly far enough, or she can attack him, or kill him this coming turn, and then move exactly far enough to block the units coming from the upper right for next turn. So even though she can't be on all fronts at once, she kind of is, because she gets to take on this front, clear it out, and then take on that other front immediately afterwards. So it's really nice. And I did have to use the Forge against these guys because quite a few of them will survive with like 1 or 2 hit points if I don't. If Boyd were to dodge 1 or 2 of these attacks, that would be really nice. He doesn't really need to, but it would be nice if he did. Nope. Okay. There goes the guy with the red gem. Yeah, trying to chase this guy down is so difficult and annoying because he constantly runs away. And there's like too many enemies for me to like specifically target him on him alone, especially because nobody can really one round him except Titania. Anyway, okay, so now we are going to have Titania take this guy out. She's not going to use the Forge because she doesn't need to, and we're going to heal her anyway with Riss. And he's going to trade her the Forge so that she can fight these armors with that. And the reason I'm healing her and not Boyd is because Titania will continue to take damage and Boyd won't so much. And then Ike is just going to shove Riss forward so that he isn't targetable by both the guy with the longbow and the guy with the steel bow, which if they both hit him, he would die. The longbow guy probably won't go after him anyway because he'll probably attack Titania while there's somebody blocking him from getting to Riss, but, you know, we'll see. Meanwhile, over here, Soren can finish this guy off, so I'm going to let him do that. And then Mia might be able to kill this guy with the Armor Slayer. Nope, actually she can't. Alright, so we're going to have to take a little bit of a risk with Boyd here. Yeah, okay. And now, the situation with over here is kind of interesting. So there's a guy with a poleaxe here who deal a lot of damage to Oscar, but the AI over here is really weird and has a tendency to make movements that prevent him from ever attacking Oscar. So it's kind of tricky to know like exactly what is and isn't safe as a result. Like this guy, for instance, will just like run up and stand next to Oscar, and then this guy will be left unable to attack, as an example. Anyway, but what we're gonna do for now, I believe. So Mia does 12 damage to this guy, and Oscar does 10 with the Steel Lance. And Oscar with the Steel Lance does not get doubled by these soldiers. He does get doubled by the mercenaries, but he gets doubled with the Iron Lance, so that doesn't matter. So we're gonna try to take out this archer. Not the greatest of hit rates, but good enough. So we won't get to see the priest run for it. There was a different set of moves that led to that outcome. Now, one thing that I'm hoping, it's whether Titania can one-round these armor knights with the forge is like not guaranteed, depending on how much HP and defense they spawn with. Hopefully, she will one-round all of them. Well, one of them has a javelin, but having none of them left alive after this turn is definitely preferable for obvious reasons. Alright. Titania doing a good job of avoiding taking further damage, which I do appreciate. Oh, okay, this guy came out to attack Riss. Okay, well, I'll definitely take that outcome. Oh, Mia, what are you doing getting hit by that guy? It's not cool at all. Oscar would double this guy if he had the Iron Lance equipped, so that's the downside of having him with, equip the Steel Lance, but what can you do? Gotta take out that archer. Okay, so yeah, Mia taking damage, not ideal. I don't think... Yeah, this guy only has 12 attacks, so she won't die if she engages this guy, so it's probably fine. Well, let's look at this first. So we got this guy with the steel bow, this guy with the javelin. We probably just want to go in with the hand axe here. We want Riss to head up to the other side, so don't want to have to do any, and Ike too, so he can recruit Ileana, so we don't have to do any trading with Titania. So I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these guys don't move, and I don't want to bait them forward, so I'm just going to leave Titania right where she is so that they don't forward. And then over here, so we can have Soren finish that guy off. I doubt he can finish the soldier off. Yeah. I doubt Oscar can either. He might be able to do it with Boyd's help. Yeah, he should be able to do that. Okay. So let's have Soren take this guy out. Oh. Unnecessary adept. And we can go ahead and heal Boyd up. Or we move him. So gonna move Ike over, but I guess I don't need to do that just yet. Alright, I would prefer that Oscar not take that damage. Do that. And then move him forward. Move Mia forward. Trade him the Iron Lance. And go ahead and use a Vulnerary. And then Ike needs to come over here so he can recruit Ileana. She might not be able to do this coming turn, but we'll see. Alright, I would have preferred the mercenary attack Titania first so she could have gotten rid of him, but oh well. Hopefully the priest won't heal the armor knight. Nope. Mercenary blocked. Okay, cool. Mia does double these guys. which is pretty nice. Oscar should double this guy. To believe... Oh. Yeah, this guy can actually seize the point this turn, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, so can this guy. That's not great. That is not great. Slight variations. That might mean we have to not recruit Ileana this turn, which would be pretty annoying. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we didn't need to shove to recruit Ileana anyway. Okay, so I guess that's probably what we're doing, is blocking this with Ike. Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna have to be. Let's finish this guy off with Titania. She can take out that mercenary next, or on enemy phase, rather. And this guy, oh, definitely will not double Ike. Actually, Ike will double him. No, he won't. Regal Sword still slows him down. I guess I could have given him the Slim Sword, but whatever. I don't really care how much damage Ike does. Okay, so... Kill for Soren, sure. Okay, so if we do that, let's see. We might actually make, well... This guy won't do enough damage to me to kill her. Is that true if she takes damage and doesn't get healed? No. Okay. So, probably what we want to do is have Oscar attack and then heal Oscar. Can we actually, if Boyd hits this, Oscar might be able to finish that guy off, and then we could have me attack this priest and maybe take him out? Nice. Let's try it. Yeah, okay. Fine. Actually, come to think of it, does Mia still not have enough damage to safely attack that guy? I think that might be the case. We can do that. That should be pretty... well... No, what I should have done was moved Riss afterwards, like had Mia swing and then... Yeah, we're just gonna vulnerate with Mia again, just to be safe. Like, it's not like urgent we kill all these enemies. We really just want to get Ileana recruited at some point is all. Oh, Titania, no! Oh, he didn't heal. The AI sometimes, I swear. Oh, but is that guy gonna heal? He's probably gonna heal. Ow. We're gonna actually have Ike finish that guy off, I guess, although... want him to go recruit Ileana. Yeah, this was going well early, but now it's kind of gone a little bit sideways here. With this guy living and Ike stuck here. Is there any chance? Ah, that's actually decent. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Ugh, damn it. Okay. Like, seeing the opportunity to get that red gem, but... Oh, he did double him with the Regal Sword. Huh, yeah, right, okay. Yeah, I might actually have the chance here. I need to figure out what I'm doing over here, I guess, first. I think what we do is we have Soren attack this guy. Do that, or we can do this for this. Aww. So close. This guy will probably run away. I don't really need to heal Oscar. I kind of want to bring Risk back down here in case I need to heal, like, Ike or Titania. Well, in the meantime... take this guy out. I guess I could have moved Titania over to block this, but I'm gonna get that red gem if I can. Although I also, the boss has a band that I also want to get. It's worth 2,000. I think red gems are worth more, but I don't actually remember. But yeah, I'm not gonna bother to heal Oscar. He's not really in any danger. Oh. Alright, he didn't actually run away, which is nice of him. Okay. Which guy is the guy with the red gem? Oh, it's the nearer one. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, no, wait, it's 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, alright. What if we go the other way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. We could do that. I mean, it's a little risky because then we don't have Titania, like, here. So I don't know if it's actually a good idea. Oh, and risk... Well, I could shove her. Shove him, I mean. Yeah. I think what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to take this guy out, get that pure water. And then I'm actually going to grab Mia and run away, and that's going to let Ileana come towards me. To make sure, yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, Boyd. Oh. Don't like Boyd fighting this guy. 12 attack. Yeah, so that's like 16 damage that Boyd would take, plus whatever this guy does, 17 minus, so 11, 16 and 11. I mean, he would survive, but I do want to heal Titania. The boss does, like, some damage to her. It's probably not worth it. She'll be alright. Use the short spear. Make sure this hits. I guess so. It's amazing how differently this is playing out from my trial attempts at the map. Oh, I hope he doesn't start moving this way this turn. That would be really annoying. If he does, then I just move Titania the wrong way, because then she would get to him anyway. I don't remember if he does move. Can't remember, though. Alright, so... we could put Mia here to get some damage in, or we could just have Boyd himself stand there. These guys both have Iron Lances, so he's not, like, doubling them the way he might. Actually, he probably wouldn't double anybody, no matter what he did. Because, yeah, he's got 3 max speed, so never mind. Alright, but we can still... well, let's see. They've got 7 speed, so they actually double him. Gross. 14, so they do 8 damage, they do 16 damage, so he actually can't take hits from both of them. That's pretty lousy. So I need to get you over here. Well, somebody... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Safe to put Riss here. And heal Ike. I mean, we don't really need to deal damage to them, but I guess... that's what we'll do. Have I take and drop Mia? We'll let Boyd take on one of them. Ah, he moves towards Titania. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. I'm actually going to get both of the items. Amazing. Unexpected. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Oh, we gotta take out that other soldier to get to Ileana? Dang it! That's annoying. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, but it's still annoying. It's one of the Steel Lance ones, so we can double him pretty comfortably. I don't think these guys are in range to attack anyone. No. Okay, good. Might need to... let's see. 12... yeah, should be good. Okay, just... whoa, 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 whoa. Just want to make sure Ike isn't getting blown up by this guy. No, he is not. Okay, in fact, he can actually go multiple rounds with him. Which is interesting. Alright, so we got Ileana. Oh, hey, let's go. Alright, let's talk about Ileana a little bit. So, first thing to note about Ileana is that I realized that I was being silly in thinking that I would ever turn Soren into a healer. Because if I was going to do that, why don't I just use Tormod? Anyway, Ileana is the second of the 3 mages that we get, and, well, in this context, she's a little bit better than Soren, because, you know, she starts at higher levels. So, Soren has got 8 speed, 6 magic. She's got 9 speed and 8 magic. She's got a little bit more durability. Not a lot, but a little. She starts out with D and Thunder, which is generally better, because Thunder magic is stronger, or the strongest magic type in this game. So that's nice. You know, normally Soren is like just way better. Like, you can see that, I mean, her bases are higher, but they're not like a lot higher, and at this point, like, Soren has had time to catch up to her in level and gain a lot more like stats than what she would have gained in that time. So generally, like, if you're going to use a mage, you're going to use Soren. But in this case, Ileana's better. So her speed advantage won't really manifest itself until I move the tomes around a little bit, because the Thunder tomes are heavier than, well, I guess Thunder and Fire are actually the same weight. But anyway, if I give her the Wind tome, she'll have a distinct advantage, because she's got 9 speed and 1 strength, and Soren's got 8 speed and 0 strength, so well, I guess that's only a 2 speed difference, but it's something. Anyway, this guy started moving, that's annoying. Alright, so we can attack this guy. Oh. Let's see, 16 and 16 is not enough, but if we hit him with the short spear this turn, or on enemy phase, heal this turn, hit him with the short spear, 16 damage, and then 26 damage, that will be enough for a kill. So I'd like to avoid just completely wasting the short spear on all these randos. Might actually put Mia in range, or just have Mia block this mage over here to that end, so that he attacks her and doesn't attack Titania. Yeah, I think I will do that. I guess I might as well, if I'm going to do that anyway, I might as well, like, lure this guy this way, so that she's in range to help out if something weird happens. So, yeah, let's equip that, and use Vulnerary. I think if she hadn't gotten hit by that random enemy that she just fought this past phase, she might have had enough HP. Or did she have 20 HP? Maybe she had 20. I think she did. Anyway. So as for these guys, Void's still getting doubled. Guess we can use the Steel Axe instead and actually kill the guy. Is that a bad idea? Well, he can take... He can't take 4 hits, though. Actually, I could let this guy attack Riss. He won't even damage Riss. Let's see, the Iron Axe... He doesn't finish him off, but we'll let him go with the Iron Axe, and then... Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna heal him up, he's gonna not attack, counterattack with the Iron Axe, and then kill with the Steel Axe if we really want to next turn. Mia can just chill out, I guess. Yeah. Now... Huh. Counterattack damage. Actually, could make a difference. If I wanted to use a ranged weapon. Or, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but it could have mattered. Maybe. Or did I just miscalculate how much damage Titania was doing to him in total? No, I didn't, because he would have had 19 HP instead of 13. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see if we can get rid of this guy. So close. Also, see if we can find a way to give a kill to Oscar. I don't think he can finish that guy off. Could certainly give him this kill after having me attack first. Have Ileana finish off this guy. Sure, go for it. So we need to put Oscar up front here, maybe, because of the, well, I guess this guy can't actually get in if we just block this guy, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright, well, if we get attacked with this guy with fire, then we can give the kill to Mia, but do we even want to do that, or do we want to give it to Oscar? Probably want to give it to Oscar. Assume Oscar doesn't double this guy, so that's not really an option. Yeah, okay. So we'll give it to Oscar. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so we were gonna wanna heal Oscar after we attack. Move. That is a little scary. I don't think Ike can rescue Risk. Can Boyd? He can. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, then Boyd rescues him. Alright, that works. Almost there. To the point where we could use a Master Seal if we had one. And yeah, so as mentioned, Boyd come and rescue Chris. Ike can come over here and heal on the Seize tile or whatever it is. Titania can get the bands. All the way back in here. Soren, just come over here. I mean, you get attack at this guy. I don't think we even want you to, though, particularly. Well, I guess Oscar's fine, so why not? Burn an 8. Move the, yeah, sure, move the Cavalier before you move the Soldier. That makes perfect sense. Just have him stand there like an idiot. And there you have it. 8 turns of defense completed successfully. I really think I'm normally a big fan of defense maps, and I think part of the reason for that is because Path of Radiance was the first Fire Emblem game that I played, and the early defense maps in Path of Radiance are really cool, in my opinion. They really feel like you're defending because of the layout like it's not like a big open area. It's this like these tight corners and choke points. I don't know. I just that, and there's like an actual tile that the enemy can seize. I suppose that's in theory that's true in all of them, but like probably maybe not all of them, but in most of them. But a lot of times it feels completely irrelevant. Whereas here it actually feels relevant. It also feels like playing this in Maniac, like like the 0% growths units feel like they perform kind of similarly to how they do in Maniac with the increased enemy growths. The big difference is like, Mia is relatively a lot worse at that point, and Oscar is relatively a lot better, and Boyd to a lesser extent. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think it's a fun map. Certainly took a while to complete, but it was also really surprising to me how differently this went from my test attempts at the chapter. But I guess the combination of variance in enemy stats and just RNG of like hitting or missing certain attacks and that sort of thing will make a difference. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time for chapter 9, right? Yeah, 9, which is Gallia, I believe. Anyway, until then.